Hi, and welcome to Firm Manager. My name is Christopher Anderson, and I'm the product manager for LexisNexis Firm Manager. It's a web-based application to help lawyers stay on top of their practice and better serve their clients. Over the past year to year and a half, we've been building Firm Manager by listening to lawyers like you as to how they want an application like this to help them, where they can keep themselves better organized and get the information to their fingertips rapidly and easily so that they can answer their clients' questions and get their work done more efficiently. We're going to take you into a tour now of Firm Manager so that you can get an idea of what it looks like and how it works for you. Firm Manager at the sign-in screen and is immediately brought into their dashboard, or what we call the home page, where they're presented with the most interesting facts about their day, where they need to be, and when they need to be there. In other words, their meetings and appointments for today and tomorrow, as well as the rest of the week, as well as their tasks, the things that they've assigned themselves to do that are due today and tomorrow. Or for lawyers that don't manage strictly by due date, but rather by priority, their tasks listed in order of priority, and of course, their overdue tasks. The lawyer can also look at tasks they've delegated under the Task tab, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Also presented on the homepage is the recent activity, so the attorney can get familiar with the things that have been going on in the law firm since the last time they checked in. And the lawyer can go back in time as much as they wish to see all the things that have been happening, any documents that have been created, meetings that have been set, and other activity inside the firm, as well as any time that's been billed. Once oriented to their day, the lawyer would probably start by getting to work inside of a matter. Now, I just clicked on the Matter tab to get the matter list, but another way that you can get to anything in Firm Manager is by using the global search. We'll talk about that in a moment as well in greater detail, but I can just show you that if I wanted to find a matter that started with Boswink, I can see that there are 2 matters as well as a contact and several documents by using the global search. But back to the matter listing. In the matter listing, you can see that the practice areas are listed off to the left, so that if you wanted to only find matters in a specific practice area, you can easily do that. You can also add as many practice areas as you like to the basic practice areas that Firm Manager has to begin with. You can also, if you've got lots of matters, search for matters by their beginning letter using the date picker, or add a new matter at this point. Once you find the matter that you're looking for, you can go into the matter, where you're immediately presented with the basic information that has to do with the matter, as well as a matter activity feed. The matter activity feed is a really key feature of Firm Manager because we've learned over time that one of the main reasons that lawyers face bar complaints is a failure to communicate with their clients. This failure to communicate is not, we have found, due to lawyers being lazy or, quite honestly, too busy to respond, but rather not having the information at their fingertips and requiring time to go back and get it, and that task being one that is hard to get to. So rather than having to go through that on your iPhone, your iPad, or on your laptop, all the information of what's happened most recently in the matter is available right at your fingertips. Then once you've gotten past the basic information, we also present all the other information in the matter again on one easy to reach screen. We don't have to click around the entire product to find all the tasks that have been assigned in that matter, every event, every appointment and meeting that's happened in that matter, every single document that's been added to the matter, any associated matters, as well as all clients and contacts of that matter here, all on one screen. The lawyer can then find, again, all the information that's been done, every meeting that's happened, every task that's been assigned, and what the status of it is, whether it's been completed or not started or in progress. And you'll see I'll just change one here to in progress to see what the status of everything that's going on in the case is. Really powerful ability to get that information to your client quickly and easily. You can also keep notes about a matter so that you can have the information about the matter to hand that either you or other people that have worked on the matter have recorded, so that you have this institutional memory of what your thoughts and ideas about that matter might be. And of course, and I'm skipping over one on purpose, but of course the time and expense entry, so you can record and capture your time in that matter. Firm Manager also allows in matters and contexts of really powerful conflict of interest search, so that if once you're taking in a new matter and you want to do a conflict of interest search, it returns again using the same global search capability all of the results of all the information you've ever put into Firm Manager, as well as a full text search of all documents in Firm Manager with full context, so that even without clicking into the documents, you get an idea of what they're about. Or you can actually go into a document and get the full context of that document before making a decision as to whether or not there's an actual conflict. You could choose that there's a potential conflict and assign it to another person to look into, or you can make the decision yourself that there is in fact a direct conflict, or in this case, there is no conflict. I see no conflict here, and record that decision. What's beautiful about this is that that decision has now been recorded in your saved searches with the results of the search as they appeared at the moment you searched. So there's no second guessing a year or 2 years from now what information you had available to you at the time you made the decision, and that decision can then be defended at that time. Contacts work exactly the same way as matters. Instead of practice areas, you have groups, and you can add to the groups. And when you go into a contact, you'll notice that you have the same thing, the basic information about the contact, and then in the attached records, all the information that contact or client has, every task, every event, every document, every matter, and any associated contacts. All the notes about that particular contact, and you could also run a conflict check about the contact here. Just a note, this contact happens to be my 6-year-old son, so it's okay. Hopefully you can see as we've been going through Firm Manager that many of the parts and pieces of Firm Manager and the way that they work have been heavily influenced by input from lawyers like you and like me. I practiced in a small law firm for many years prior to coming to LexisNexis, and have brought that experience, but more importantly, experience from hundreds of lawyers that I've talked to and shown Firm Manager at all stages of its development so that it will work better for the way that you work. Let's continue the demonstration. Then in Firm Manager, we also, of course, have the ability to track calendars, where the calendar is presented to you in the way that you're used to calendars being presented. Whether you use Outlook or Google Calendar or something else, you know that the calendar is presented in this particular way. You can drag and drop appointments back and forth across dates. You can schedule an appointment by double-clicking, and that will add an appointment there. By just double-clicking on the time, and it's picked up the time and date that you double-clicked in order to start the appointment. Appointments are color-coded by the category as well as by the user, so that you can see not only your calendar but other people's calendars as well within your firm. And tasks, finally, are another area where Firm Manager really excels. Rather than just record by due date, tasks are recorded also by the estimated the priority of them, as well as the estimated time to complete the tasks, so that you can organize your tasks by priority, and you also get an idea on a date in the future whether or not you have too much work due on that date, and you can adjust that 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time so that your workflow is consistent, or get an extension on a deadline that might not otherwise be available. Documents are easily uploaded. I'll go back into the matters to take a look at documents, but documents are easily uploaded into Firm Manager by either one of two methods. When you're in a matter and in the document list, you can add documents by either selecting a document to upload that way and just clicking as many documents as you want, or by doing it the way that you would expect to be able to do it, which is simply grab a bunch of documents from your desktop and drop them onto Firm Manager. They're all uploaded very quickly, and then you can add, if you wish, but don't have to, metadata about each document. Alright, so I'll put this as a document about llamas. You can see because I'm in a matter, they've all been attached to that matter automatically. I can categorize them if I wish to so that they're easier to find later. And then when I'm done, I click on the done, and you'll see that these documents have been added. Now, one of the interesting things about them is you'll see that each of these documents is noted as scanning in progress. These are the screenshot documents. I'm going to reload this screen now, and you'll see that the documents are still there, but they no longer say that. Now, what's happened there is that the documents, when you upload the documents, here's the one about llamas, they are automatically scanned for malware, so that you're sure when you download documents from Firm Manager that they are clean from any worms, trojans, or viruses, and that you're getting clean documents without any malware back down from Firm Manager. The scan typically takes between 5 and 15 seconds, even for very large documents, and then the documents are made available to you for subsequent download. Finally, time and expense can be added either from the time and expense tab or from the matters. When you're in a matter, you can add time and expense, again, from the menu item right there. And when you add a time slip from here, first you can review all the time that has already been entered. And then when you add a time slip from the matter information, the default billing rate for that matter, and a default amount of time are added. You can then add a billing code and fill in the description that you want the client to see, as well as any notes that you don't want the client to see, and either save and close, which will end adding that time slip, or save and new, which sets you up to add a brand new time slip, so you can add many time slips in rapid succession without having to click out and click back in. Then in the time and expense tab, you can sort through all of the time and expense slips that are there and eventually generate invoices, as well as have activity tracking, which will identify time that you should have billed for that you haven't yet. That's the basics of Firm Manager. Thank you for watching. Thank you for paying attention to the Firm Manager demonstration. I hope that you've seen that the input from lawyers like you have helped to make an application that works the way that you do, that keeps all of the information about your clients and your cases, about your documents and the calendar and tasks that are associated with those cases, all in one place that you can access from the web, from your laptop, from your iPad, iPhone, Android device, or whatever, so that you can do two things more efficiently. One, get your work done and record your time, and two, more importantly, serve your clients the way and where they expect to be served. I hope that you can see that Firm Manager could really assist you in managing your firm more like a business, and that Firm Manager is a tool that will be valuable for you.